tag team champions. They don't need any more fuel to add to their flame.
When it's at the expense of your two top heels of the SmackDown brand, who are friends of Neville, who left your company without telling you, just walked out. You really want to do this right now. You really want to do this. Because these two would have no problem making indie money. You really want to do this right now. That's it.
Again, I keep hearing conflicted reports about that. And it's enough for me personally to just sort of take it with a grain of salt at this point. I'm still convinced that we're going to hear more about this in the future as time goes on, and just see what they do with these two. But as for right now, I'm not prepared to call this one way or the other. I think that again, guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are way too valuable to just let go like that. So
I would hope that the WWE knows that.
Well, I'm sure merch sales will dictate that. And just given their track record with the guys, and I've got to believe that there's more to that. But speaking of the tag division, apparently Jey Uso looked injured.
Yeah, during the tag team title match, Chad Gable chop blocked the shit out of Jey Uso's leg.
American Beta.
And it looked like it snapped in half.
It definitely did look bad.
So and it showed when it's getting reported most of the time. If it's a kayfabe injury, it doesn't get reported on websites afterwards that someone was injured. And this was getting reported. Jey Uso injured at SmackDown tapings. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was like a 1 week deal, like he needed to take time off for it or whatever, or if it's bad and it's going to affect the tag team title versus match at a Survivor Series. But yeah, the match basically had to be stopped.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. Hopefully it doesn't change Survivor Series plans.
Actually, here's a quick question. What do you think was a worse injury, the Jey Uso or what happened to Sin Cara during his match with Baron Corbin?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. What happened was...
It's weird, though, because Sin Cara's not going to miss any time.
Yeah, it looked like...
It looked
bad.
It looked bad. It looked real bad.
Looked like Baron Corbin stepped on his ankle, and it looks like it snapped. At least that's what it looked like. It looked like, in my view. It looked so painful.
Yeah, but when you've seen the sports injuries that I've seen in the last couple months... You get kind of numb to what injuries look like, because I've seen both the Gordon. I've seen all three. I've seen the Odell Beckham ankle break. I've seen the Gordon Hayward ankle break, and I've seen the Zach Miller almost having to get his leg amputated break. So I'm like, I'm kind of numb to all this, but I know when injuries happen, and those two were pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. I'm not there. I'm not at the numbness yet. I still can't watch certain moments where someone is just laying there and their foot is just dangling like that. I'm just like, yep, I cannot watch. I have to look away.
Yeah. Oh, that hair. Oh.
Well, in order to cleanse the palate here, let's take it home with the real thing that's been on everyone's mind since it happened.
Jinder Mahal's best match ever.
I have to say, it really was his best match. It really depends on who he's working with.
I'm telling you, okay, I think AJ Styles could get a 3-star match out of the Great Khali. That's what
he could have a 3-star match at least with a broom.
Yeah, exactly. Great Khali with an undead Moppy,
zombie Moppy,
Moppy. This guy can make anything and anybody look good. Okay, and Vince McMahon finally did the smart thing. Okay, he took the title off of Jinder Mahal because it's known now that they did this because ratings were the lowest they'd ever been on SmackDown Live, and Vince finally took the hint.
It's just nobody was buying the match with Jinder and Brock Lesnar.
So
nobody.
AJ Styles gets the win, and Survivor Series is instantly
more
10 times more interesting.
Brock versus AJ.
The lead up to WrestleMania is about 10 times more interesting. Okay.
I mean, you want to talk about a dream match.
So how long was this match? About 15 minutes?
About. I think maybe a little less.
Yeah. In 15 minutes, the landscape of the WWE changed. Okay? To the point where I'm now looking forward months in advance and seeing what could be. Okay? It's the WWE, so I'm not getting too excited yet.
Because you never know, after Survivor Series, they just could put it back on Jinder for the Indian tour.
And I don't want to put that out there. I don't want to put that out into the universe. Tarek already did. It's on him.
Hey, man, I'm the asshole here. So I took your douche title away from you right now.
It's fine. But as of right now, the WWE finally does the right thing. And AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar main event Survivor Series.
I'm just loving the fact that they're giving AJ Styles so many pretty much titles, not just the WWE title, but the title of being the first person to win the title out of the United States.
I feel like AJ Styles has made it to that. He's a Vince man now.
I agree.
Like Vince is all in on AJ Styles, which is
after that last minute fill in, I think he's proven to everyone that he's absolutely a company man. I think this was the reward.
Yeah, which is awesome because I remember when he first came in and everybody was like, "Oh God, what's Vince gonna do to him?" and now we're here. Now we're here. And it's like
Vince is doing a good thing.
They're doing the right thing by AJ Styles. Not Kenny Omega, not Chris Jericho. The best wrestler in the world right now is AJ Styles. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there right now, and he's getting his due.
And you know what? We were just talking before we went on the air about how long we've been doing this show. And I seem to remember a time when right before, I think it was years ago, when AJ Styles wasn't signed with WWE, and a lot of people were saying that he would just get swallowed up by WWE. It just wasn't a good idea, and I think someone else ended up saying, you know what, I think AJ Styles would be a good fit for WWE. I think you could do good things.
Are you patting yourself on the back right now?
I'm not saying I told you so.
Well,
I told you so.
But let's face it, okay? We had good points.
I admit.
Because TNA, okay? Let's face it. AJ Styles was not the best talker in TNA. Holy shit!
I admit.
Bad. Okay.
I admit this was a half joke. I heard apparently someone said that Vince was apparently talking about how he regretted not signing him 10 years ago. But at first I was like, yeah, you really should regret that. But I was like, wait a minute. I was just thinking about AJ Styles 10 years ago, and he is leagues behind what AJ Styles was.
Yeah.
Hell,
is
even
now.
he knew that. That's why he's
good
like,
Lord.
I'm going to make myself a bigger name before I make myself a name.
And he was right.
The wrestling was always there, but holy God, the storylines. Oh.
Just from what I've been hearing, like when he's special guests on podcasts, that he just says like when he first showed up and he was only wrestling on like Sunday Night Heat or Velocity against smaller names, he knew he wanted to be there, but he wanted to make himself a bigger name first. He wanted to make himself a better wrestler and a better superstar.
So he did. He went to TNA.
And so he did.
He went to TNA. Okay, honed his craft. He was great as a wrestler, not so much as a performer yet, because I'll keep saying it. Oh God, the storylines. Then he went to NJPW, where the storylines, where the leader of the Bullet Club, and the storylines aren't really as much of a big deal in NJPW, but you get and he shows up in WWE, and all of a sudden, like, you forget all about the TNA days, because suddenly the dude can promo. What? Like, he went to Japan and got the ability to promo. I don't know how that works, but hey.
The power of Japan, people. The power of Japan.
And now he is legit the best all-around performer in the world right now. I will put money on it.
And if they decide to not let him hold on to the belt till Mania, they're idiots for that. He has to hold on to that belt now.
The money match for Mania. I've been saying it since he entered the WWE main roster. Styles versus Nakamura for the title.
And you know what? Just hearing that idea, along with the possibility that Nakamura could win the Royal Rumble, all I'm going to say, G1 Climax.
Oh! Welcome to the dark side, fool.
Because I'm saying it right now. We're about a month and a half. We're about 2 months out from Royal Rumble predictions, but I can predict right now that the final two will be Shinsuke and Roman Reigns. Whoever wins gets and both men will get title shots.
Although I would love to see Shinsuke and Finn Balor be the final two. How awesome would that be?
Finn Balor will probably be final four. I can see that.
I can see that.
But then again, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
Had to do it.
Of course we did.
It's been in my mind. I had to get it out.
Had to keep bringing on the climax and the climax.
Yeah.
Climax for you. Climax for you. Climax for everyone.
Because you get the spectacle match and you get the IWC's wet dream match.
Everybody wins.
You get Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, which is a spectacle match. You get Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Those are your title matches for WrestleMania. And I think that Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar knockdown, drag out brawl, it was great at WrestleMania, what was it, 3 years ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
So I'm fine with that again. That'll be fine. And for people who don't like that, you still have AJ Styles versus Nakamura to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So WrestleMania is already looking up.
Yes, it does.
If they keep going down.
Going down this path, don't fuck it up.
Please.
I swear to God, WWE, you're on thin ice.
Like
here.
I said, if you want to have Jinder versus John Cena, just keep it away from the title.
Yes, indeed. So anyway, you already heard from us. You already know what we all think. So right now, we're going to tag in you, the rest of the wrestling viewing audience, our listeners. If you're even hearing about us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to us, first of all, thank you for joining us. Second of all, you can also check us out on, obviously, YouTube. If you're there, drop us a line, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that good stuff. If you're on Facebook, you can look us up under the Scholars of Wrestling Show. And of course, if you're really the fun sort of person, which I know you are, You can also check us out on Twitter, starting with our main Twitter page, @Scholar